Player ratings are in. Now, we are here to let you know that Arsenal have won 8 Premier League games in a row, the best winning streak since Arsene Wenger retired as a manager. That is really one of those stats that I really wanted to read to you before I go into how everyone performed into this game of football and how you're going to rate him. Then, we've been told by Statman Dev that Arsenal have won all 8 of their Premier League games in 2024 by an aggregate of 33 to 4 goals. So, only 2 goals have ever had, only 2 teams have ever had a longer winning run from the start of the calendar year in the competition. That is Man City in 2021, and they had 13, and Man United in 2009, they really had 9, meaning that Arsenal are playing against Man City next. So we're waiting to see whether Arsenal are going to really continue with their winning streak to either stop the side of Man City that's ever going to hit to win 13 in a row, or else they come up with the best way possible to get them where they deserve to be. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where you watching us from? I've gonna hate to come in late with the player ratings, but trust me, you're gonna enjoy them, and we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Continue to subscribe to this channel. Let me check a little bit, guys. How are we doing, by the way, as far as subscribing to this channel is really concerned? Because you guys have to really subscribe to this channel. We want to hit 20,000 subscribers, and today I want by the end of today to see to it that we're gonna hit 20,000 subscribers. So guys, feel free to go into the comment section, smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Arsenal went ahead to win it late through Kai Havertz header, and guess who was responsible for the assist? It was none other than Benjamin White, a man that I went ahead to obviously give his flowers yesterday in the match reaction, and a lot more is coming in through from the manager of Arsenal, giving this man his flowers too because of what he went ahead to do, and I think I'm gonna come up with that reaction later on the day. Now, how many subscribers are we left with? How many subscribers are we left with to see to it that we really clinch that mark? We are left with 68, guys. We are left with only 68 subscribers to clinch that mark. And guys, do the needful and subscribe to this channel. Now let's go to the player ratings and we talk about the goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. Apart from that mistake he does, he kept Arsenal in the game every time Arsenal needed him. Ivan Toney's like from the center shot saved, and then the header that was really a free header. The guy was really unmarked, and he tried to obviously head that ball from where Aaron Ramsdale was coming in through, and Aaron Ramsdale showed that he can really flip over it and really put it over or and tip it over the line, and that is really something important for him. And for me, I give him a 7.5 out of 10 for me. He never kept a clean sheet, but his distribution was right, the throws, the passes, and how he really went ahead to really get Arsenal those points in there for you. Then we go to Benjamin White, 2 assists, and he was really a very good player into that game of football. And what does Statman Dev has to say about this guy's game by numbers? He says 100% tackles won, 89% passing accuracy, 63 passes completed, 3 chances created, 2 out of 5 crosses completed, 2 assists, and he has gone ahead to bag in 2 assists this in the previous game that they went ahead to play as a side of Arsenal, and he really was the key man for that win. I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. No doubt he deserves a 9 out of 10 because he was really the guy in the mix. That is Benjamin White for you. And there is something that Statman Dev has gone ahead to really add on to Benjamin White. He said Ben White has now registered 4 assists in the Premier League, 1 fewer than he managed in the entirety of last season. And last season he really had 5. This season is really having 4, meaning that he is going to really close in, and I think very soon he'll close into obviously making it those number of assists to 5. He's one of those right backs that are improving his game going forward, and I've got to urge him that if he wants to be a world-class right back, he needs to really improve onto his offensive play. And good enough, yesterday he showed class, and if you win games like that through your assists, that is really great. And remember, in the previous game that Benjamin White went ahead to play for Arsenal, he scored a goal against Sheffield on Monday last week. So he's really having a very good goal this season, and that is Benjamin White for you, getting a 9 out of 10. We go to William Saliba. I'm gonna give him 7.5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, they really closed down very well. They're never really allowed to be exposed as a side, and they kept really going on to where everyone wants them to be. So I'm giving him a 7.5 out of 10. Gabriel Magalhaes is getting an 8. I think he had a better game than William Saliba yesterday. The game was really great, and I'm giving him an 8 out of 10 as Gabriel Magalhaes, and they really closed down very well. Jakub Kiwior, a 7 out of 10. He was solid. That's why I love about him. Solid, and even going in front, he really found in some good crosses in the box and some square passes, into the 6 box area of the opponent, and that's what makes him an outstanding player. And he was taken off, and then Zinchenko came on through to really do the job. So Jakub Kiwior, he gets a 7 out of 10 from me. We go to Declan Rice. Sorry, we go to Jorginho, guys. If you really love Arsenal and how they play, you should really be in sync with how Jorginho really goes ahead to control that midfield. Jorginho has proven that he's really one of those players that has always gone ahead to put in the required shift every day, and he runs that midfield. He runs the show. Though yesterday Arsenal never really found itself really doing a lot in the attack, especially in the first half, but in the second half, they upped the game and they really created more chances. Jorginho tried to pull out moments of magic in all those games. You remember the first, I think, chance that was goaled, and it was like a penalty calling foul on Odegaard. It was a Jorginho chip that found the run of Trossard. Trossard made a header to read the run of Odegaard, and Odegaard tried to go in for an instant volley or half volley, and it looked like he had a slight push in him, and that really never went ahead to act out well for him. So for me, I'm really giving Jorginho an 8 out of 10. He was really outstanding in that game, and you can all agree with me. Then we go to Declan Rice. He has gone ahead to score in his second consecutive game against Sheffield on Monday. That is last Monday. He scored a goal, and again yesterday went ahead to put in a goal. And I'm gonna even bring you what Fabis Romano had to say about this guy after he really went ahead to really score that goal. He had 1 goal, 3 shots, 5 crosses, 5 long passes, 33 passes completed, 6 out of area duels won, 100% tackles won. That was a massive performance in the midfield, and for me, Declan Rice takes an 8.5 out of 10 into that game. Let me try to look for what Fabis Romano really had to say about him yesterday. He really had to put out a post on his X in appreciation to what this guy was all about, and that is Fabis Romano. I think it's here, and this is what Fabis Romano had to say about this man who is really trying to really do what Arsenal failed to do last season and take them to the dreamland of lifting the title. He said, fantastic form for Declan Rice in his last 5 Premier League games. Versus West Ham, 1 goal and 2 assists. Versus Burnley, he never really did anything. Against Newcastle, he had an assist. Then versus Sheffield, he had a goal, and versus Brentford, he really had a goal. 6 goals and 6 assists in the Premier League this season, and those are the numbers that Declan Rice really had in the previous 2 seasons had at West Ham. But right now, he's really taking it to the next level. That his stats for the last 2 seasons at West Ham have gone ahead to be really replicated into 1 season at the side of Arsenal, and Declan Rice gets an 8.5 out of 10. We go to Martin Odegaard, right? Martin Odegaard, you saw what he really had to do for the second goal. He's the man responsible for the secondary assist that resulted into that goal of Kai Havertz. He passes that ball to the byline to find Benjamin White. Benjamin White chips that ball, and Kai Havertz meets it with a header to go into the back of the net. That's the beauty of players like Odegaard. He's unselfish, and he always composes himself for the betterment of his team. So, Odegaard, 7.5 out of 10 for me. He deserves, I give him an 8. He was really all over the place. Some nice passes, trickeries, and the body feints were really good for him. There is even a body feint that he went ahead to make and made a very good turn and released, I think, was it Trossard or Rice, in the first half, in a position where you thought that he really had a better angle to really curl the ball into the left top corner. He didn't. He just went up. He just continued to obviously knock that ball around and really create moments of magic through himself. That is Martin Odegaard for you. Saka, 7 out of 10. He was one of those players that was not in the game. He wasn't in the game. He was really marked out of the game, and that's why you saw that I think there is no one that is really talking or saying anything about him, because he was not a live wire. He was not a live wire, and I pray to it that on Tuesday he does the needful for Arsenal, because I want Arsenal to continue on to the next round of the Champions League, because if Arsenal and Man City continue to perform like that, then you'll find out that the Premier League will really get a fifth slot into the Champions League, and 5 teams will go into the Champions League. So that's why I want Arsenal and that team of Man City to proceed well in the Champions League. Then the other player was Trossard, 7 out of 10 for me. Had some good moments, but not all that good. Looked like he was struggling, but later he tried to really live up to the occasion. That's why Reece Nelson came on through for him, because the manager felt like he needed to make a very huge change. And I'm giving him a 7 out of 10 also. Kai Havertz, the man himself. Obviously, before I really give him his flowers and his rating, let me show you his game by numbers. Kai Havertz, 86% passing accuracy, 26 passes completed, 4 shots, 2 aerial duels won, 1 goal. And Arteta deserved a lot of credit for his improvement. Obviously, Kai Havertz has gone ahead to improve, and I really thought that this is really a very huge signing for Arsenal, and has gone ahead to prove his haters wrong. And Statman Dave went ahead to add and said that Kai Havertz has scored 8 goals in the Premier League this season, more than Rasmus Højlund. He has 7. Scott McTominay has 7. Diaz has 6. That is Luis Diaz. Ebelechi Eze has 6. Kulusevski has 6. And Mike Olise has 6. It was a massive goal for the side of Arsenal. I'm giving him a 9.5 out of 10. Sorry. I'm giving Kai Havertz a 9 out of 10, because he went ahead to put up a show that everyone really... For me, if you watched my match day live, I told you that if you're to bet for anyone to score, Kai Havertz is the guy to bet on. Then we go to the substitutes. Zinchenko, 7.5 out of 10. He came in through and really put in a shift. Reece Nelson, 7 out of 10. I liked his energy when he came on and his directness. He was running all over the pitch, showing his intent and urge to really look for that 1 goal for Arsenal. Remember last season, he found an assist. He found an assist and a winner as they are losing 2-1 to to Bournemouth at the Emirates. So he has all the traits of really doing the needful. The other player, Gabriel Jesus, his energy, 7.5 out of 10 for me. He came up with a hunger that really led to the side of Arsenal really winning this game of football. The other player that came on through was Thomas Partey, 7 out of 10. Good to see that comes in through to get those minutes, and I think very soon he'll obviously get into some minutes as a starter for the side of Arsenal. The manager, Mikel Arteta, 8 out of 10. That's the rating I'm really giving him, and those are the players that really came on through for the club of Arsenal. So after that, we go to who is the man of the match. To me, the man of the match is Benjamin White. Though he has gone ahead to tie onto the same score with Kai Havertz, 9 out of 10, but the hardest thing to do is to create an assist in the game of football. Creating assists to really create those big chances is really hard. So he takes the day, and I really find him as my man of the match for that beautiful game of football. So go into the comment section, tell me who your man of the match was, and you can as well tell me, do you agree with me on every rating I've gone ahead to give every player that took part in this fixture? All that and more into the comment section below. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really gonna be having a good evening. Some update: Spurs is leading Aston Villa by 2-0. McGinn has gone ahead to be sent off, but even before he had sent off, Spurs had already gone ahead to make it 2-0, and it looks like Spurs have gone ahead to do the needful. And I told my fans on United Matters channel that I'm really excited to see that Spurs beats Aston Villa, because if Spurs beats Aston Villa will be just 8 points behind Man United, and if Spurs win their game in hand, they will be having 9 points, meaning that in that vicinity, you can easily catch up on them. But if at all Aston Villa really gets 1 point, it will go to 9, something I don't want. So now Spurs is 6 points ahead of Man United, and Man City is coming in through with Liverpool anytime from now. The lineups are out. I'm going to come with what we call the Match Day Live to discuss all this and more into this channel. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Continue to subscribe. We are left with 68 subscribers to hit 20,000 subscribers. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload video onto this channel. Ciao, ciao. See you when you see me, my mates.